Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your monthly reading for February. I do want to apologize for the delay in getting this reading out to you all. My friend was really unwell there, so I took a trip to make sure they were okay and help them out. So I wasn't in my usual circumstances, and that is why there is a bit of a delay, but I'm back in my usual environment. So here we are, and let's move forward. I can't believe it's February already. It's come round really fast, and to be honest, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. All planets are currently direct, which means you'll have the energy to be full steam ahead on all of your plans. So that truly is really positive. Plus, the full moon in the sign of Virgo means that you'll be casting a critical eye on all that needs to be done to get organized and make things happen on your own terms. Now, the super new moon in Aquarius will actually see you feel more inclined to be sociable, and combining all of these elements, you'll be in the flow of focusing on all of your tasks, money, and budget-related endeavors, as well as planning strategies for the future. This is the month to allow your visions to guide your future, to implement the steps that are necessary to make life happen for you. And of course, mid-month we have Mars adding extra fire to the mix, which enhances ambition, determination, but also could see a clash of personalities because Mars can increase pressure. So do look out for some tense moments or arguments that may arise from the 13th onwards. It won't last too long, only about 5 or 6 days, but you could see an increase in like people being a little bit annoyed or aggressive, especially if you're like on the freeway, if you're driving. Look, there's the Chariot card in your resistance position. So there may be a bit of road rage. You may witness it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. You may see more of it. Maybe your boss will be a little bit more tense than usual, or someone may say like a crossword. It doesn't have to be in career. It could also be in the family. It could be some pressure going on there as well. So it will pass, but I want you to be aware that there is high pressure from the middle of the month. Now, on a global scale, it will mean there's more shocks and clashes as Pluto continues to unearth hidden agendas and power plays that affect us all globally. Mars is direct, fueling the path to fiery clashes globally, and as Pluto is in Aquarius for the foreseeable future, it could entail us all being roped into a global conflict. However, I do want you to be aware that this is a period where more power is given to the people, and standing strong together in a powerful force against the negative narratives is in play, okay? There's an energy of people coming together and not complying with negative narratives. And that is going to occur for the next 20 years, believe it or not. But we also do have Mars direct up until December of this year. So we're going to see a lot more intense moments, let's put it that way. I'm not going to lie to you. I can definitely see that happening. And of course, you don't need me to show you that. You can see that yourself as well. But my guides did give me something today, and they want me to make you aware that there is a lot of clickbait and provocative rhetoric, which is designed to keep you in a low vibrational fear. Do not attach yourselves to it. It can stifle your motivation, and it can also impede your personal growth and progress, and it may even, stop you from having the motivation to move forward with plans to elevate. So I just want you to be aware of that, okay? Actually, there is a balancing out energy that is present throughout the whole of the year. So I definitely want you to be aware that for every sort of negative energy and negative occurrence, there is also an equally positive energy trying to combat it. So I want you to be aware of that. Also, on a personal level, February, it occurs in a leap year, which is very powerful in terms of delivering extra luck to you for your personal path, and it obviously gives us an extra day to keep all the seasons regulated and in natural order. Now, I do want you to be aware that I'm thinking about doing a secondary channel to utilize my scrying skills to look at visions that I'm given and try to decode them to see if there's any future events that we may need to be aware of. We can decode it together. I can only give you the images that I can see, and we can try to make some sense of them. But I want to protect the sanctity of this channel in particular for tarot and for your own personal development and growth, and to help you raise in your vibrations, to show you that there are some really good things coming in or things to avoid as well. But on a personal level, the secondary channel will be more about like global images. So if it's something that you'd be interested in me doing, drop a comment in the box below and let me know, and I'll try and set that up when I've got a bit of time there. I feel it's worth noting that I want to protect the sanctity of this particular channel, but also I want to be aware that there are some, really difficult things that we are all going to face in the world at large. I'm not going to ignore them and just be like, oh yeah, everything's wonderful. I have to be honest with you, and the energy, it does change the vibrations, okay? But let's get back to your personal month ahead, my beautiful Gemini. Valentine's Day, of course, is on the 14th, and it heralds the day of love. And even though I always say this, it's very commercialized, and every day should be a day of love, but we have assigned that one day for people to, sort of show their affection. This could be a time where you have a declaration of love and romance from your nearest and dearest. And also, it's a strong time for exes reaching out. So there's a potential of that happening as well, wanting to reconnect. And also, if you're single, looking for love, you have a very strong potential to connect to somebody new. So we'll look at that as well. Now, Chiron is super active this month. It's often referred to as both the wounded and the healer. So you'll be in a deep healing period to channel that inner strength into new projects or endeavors that see you turn pain to gain. Also, Chiron approaches the moon's north node, and this encourages you to embrace your individuality, shine your unique light, and you may even launch like a new lifestyle choice or a new look or even a new approach to something that you already do. This month, you are truly magnetic. And looking at your cards, you actually have some really great luck. Okay, I feel like some of you have either gone through a disappointment, or there's been a bit of a lull where you've lost motivation or lost traction on something. Something either came to a very difficult end there, but I feel like you're being sent a period of turning your life around for the better. I feel there's an energy here of you removing this sort of like stuckness. I feel actually that you are going to be moving on or launching something that is going to be very adventurous. You're taking a chance on something, and I feel you'll elevate quite quickly at it. For some of you, if you are looking for love, I also see after a disappointment, I feel you've been healing, but I feel fate is actually going to put you in the path of somebody new. But let's get to the cards. You've got 2 Wheel of Fortunes for this month. Okay, and that's in 2 different decks. So this tells you that this is a highly sort of fortuitous month for you. An auspicious energy is surrounding you, and I feel you are turning your luck around. Fortune favors the brave is your overarching energy, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here and the Fool card. And the Fool is to be like brave and hopeful and optimistic about the universe supporting you in all of your endeavors. And I feel this month you are actually going to feel truly supported. Things that you feel are a little bit risky or a gamble, or that you are, intuitively being guided towards, they're going to work out in your favor. And this is the starting position. So this is about you making your own luck. But also, because you have a secondary Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like luck and, Fortune's wheel is actually going to turn in your favor. There's an extra fated sort of lucky break that is going to work out for you. I actually see two things for you to celebrate this month. And But ultimately, I feel like you're taking things into your own hands because some of you have been very stuck, or you feel things are just like the same. Even though you've moved into like a new year and you've had lots of intentions and, you've set goals for yourself, you've still got the same goals. I definitely see you're going to be very productive this month, but I really get a sense here of you trying to turn your life around or change a chapter in your life. And I feel there's this like major energy here of you kind of like connecting to your life's purpose, your destiny. I feel this month is a big month for you, connecting to your mission or your destiny in some way. It's definitely on your mind. How can you reach your goal faster or more efficiently? How can you get to where you want to go? I feel like you are focusing either on launching something new or having new experiences. But I also see with the Fool card that you are trying to bring a little bit more spontaneity, more fun, more excitement into your world. And this could be through like hobbies or new experiences, vacations, or classes of learning. I definitely see you embarking on opening yourself up to something different. I feel variety is a spice of life, and that's the energy that I've got coming through here. Now, really interesting. When I was trying to start your reading, I've tried to start this reading many times, okay? So it may feel like some of you have tried to kickstart your energy or kickstart a project, but every time you start it, it feels like you stop, get distracted by something else, and you feel like you have to come back to it. It kept happening. It's really unusual for me to not be able to start a reading and then start again and start again. It was very odd, but they kept giving me an image that was distracting me. So I have to give it to you because it's showing up again in the water, and it obviously means something. It's being pushed forward as an image, so it's obviously instrumental to somebody out there. And I don't know what it really means, but so they're showing me an eye, okay? It very much feels like the right eye, and they're showing me an eye, and right next to the corner of the eye, there's a star. Okay, so this could mean that you see a brighter future, or you're trying to remain positive under very difficult or pressurized circumstances. But it could also be, some of you are looking into eyesight. Perhaps you're going to, change your glasses, or perhaps you're looking at, generational eyesight problems this month, or because the star represents clarity, it represents viewing or seeing. And of course, eyes, it can be that you are paying attention to things that affect your eyesight. For example, increased sugar. It may, if you've got diabetes or something like that, it may sort of like decrease your clarity in eyesight in some way, or perhaps some of you are just exploring, how your eyes, if you wear glasses, if they've deteriorated or if they have got better, prescription glasses, things like that. So that's coming up. I'm not really sure what else it may mean, but it's a very intrusive image. It keeps coming. So if you've had a hunch that you should check your eyes out, and it keeps coming to you, I feel this is your message right now to, go and book an appointment. Ultimately, I don't see anything like majorly negative here, but I feel it's something to look into. For some of you, it could be that you've set your sights on fame, because the star represents, being seen, being appreciated for who you are. So some of you may want to literally be in the public eye, and that's why I'm seeing that. And if you are someone who is an artist or an, musician or an actor or something, I do see that there is a potential for you to have a new role come in, or a role come in, but it feels like it comes off the back of a disappointment. So it may be a gig that didn't go your way, or it may be that, an opportunity didn't go your way, and then suddenly a new thing arrives and it thrusts you into the limelight in some way. For example, it could also be on a more like a local level, like you are working really hard and you want to be seen for a promotion or raise or some sort of change, and you may feel a little bit unappreciated and not seen. Well, I feel at the end of February, you are going to be seen, and I see you elevating. There is a fresh new role or something starting for you that's actually going to be very exciting, and it takes you to where you want to go. I feel like you're on target, but it just feels like something about it is, it comes off the back of a disappointment, okay, or an expectation that isn't met in some way. But I feel you're going to overcome difficulties this month, my beautiful Gemini, and things are going to get infinitely better for you. I mean, I'm not sure what else that star could mean. I mean, it could literally mean that you're going to walk down the sidewalk like tomorrow and see someone who's got like a little tattoo or like a little star at the corner of their eye, maybe a sign. But stars, they also represent wishes, visions. You know, it could mean that your visions are coming true. A wish is, you know, aligned with your vibrational energy right now, and you can see your goal in sight. So they keep showing me that, and now I've given you the energy of it. It's kind of going away, but it was very intrusive, so it's very important. So yeah, I will just leave it like that. Have a look. You know, a star next to an eye. I mean, it could even be like an image of a painting or a logo of a company that perhaps you're meant to be aware of. These images, they may mean absolutely nothing to you in this moment. And then suddenly, about 2 weeks later, you're like, OMG, there's the eye with the star. I can't believe it. It means there is a good omen coming in for you. But also, if you've had a hunch that you should go and check out your eyes for some reason, then I would do that as well, just to get a clear picture and just, you know, allay any fears. Because as I said, I don't see anything truly negative here. Now, we do have the Strength card. So some of you are taking a risk, a bold sort of move in your life. And with the Eight of Swords, I feel some of you, you don't know how this is going to work out, and you may feel a little bit of anxiety or nerves, but the Eight of Swords is kind of like self-imposed restriction. You know, when you're about to do something truly awesome and incredible with your life, sometimes that inner critic comes to the forefront of your mind to try and make you feel doubt or make you feel fear. But looking at your chart, I see you feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I definitely see that you're going to be very successful at it too. Of course, there are going to be pitfalls along the way. You've got a Five of Cups here, which means something may not go exactly the way that you hoped, but the universe is aligning you with something better. So I definitely see that I mean, it looks like there's a fresh new start here for you. Something has come to an end. Now, for some of you, it could be that you came to this reading and you lost your job or were made redundant before you came to this reading, and you're wondering if this is the month that you're going to get a new opportunity. Well, the answer is yes. Okay, I feel some of you are going to be interviewing for new roles. I do see two roles here. One of them that you're going to be really nervous about. For some reason, I'm not sure why this reason is, you're going to be really nervous about it. It's not destined for you, this one. Okay, there's another one that, I mean, you may have the interviews pretty much at the same time or in and around the same dates. I feel the second one is the one for you. And it helps you elevate in your chosen sector. You will be very successful. And also, it's a nicer environment, is what I see. It's more emotionally available. It's more emotionally fulfilling. And I definitely see with the Fool card there as well, you get to set the pace. And it's almost like you are, you know, discovering a new adventure in your working environment. And I feel, you know, you bring a fresh new approach. There's a lot of potential to elevate. I don't feel like there's any glass ceilings here that'll try and keep you in a position or will not nurture your skill set. So I feel actually there's a new role that is going to be very triumphant. It could be a role where you step into a managerial position quite quickly after starting. Okay, or you elevate to new heights quite quickly within the role, and of course the money will staircase with it. But ultimately, on a personal level, my beautiful Gemini, whether you're in a career sector or not, this is about your inner resources. That you have unlimited potential, and I feel like you're tapping into that strength. And also, I feel like you're paying close attention to self-love, self-respect, self-care. You're valuing yourself. But also with the Eight of Swords here, some of you are feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit like on pause, where you're trying to work something out. So some of you may have something on your mind. You will find a solution to that, okay, is what I'm being given. Also, the Eight of Swords is a card of, you know, it is a bit like stress, okay, but I feel that there's this energy of managing stress levels, of, you know, coming out of your comfort zone, because sometimes when we're about to do something truly different that we've never done before, but we have a hunch that it'll work out, sometimes we also feel, but what if it doesn't? And I feel looking at the outcome, you've got nothing but success. Okay, you've got the Five of Cups here, you've got the Eight of Wands, and that is about progress, success, or being successful in your endeavors and being on the right path. So I definitely see if you've been feeling stuck, things are going to pick up pace and get a little bit more exciting at the end of the month there as well. But the Strength card is also a card of your inner power, okay? Strength comes from within. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons and overcome a lot of obstacles to be in the position that you're in right now. You can do this. So whatever it is that you're faced with this month, because, Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords, very cerebral energy. So something is coming to an end, or you feel like you've outgrown something and you need to walk away from it, or there's a fresh new start available to you. Again, it doesn't have to be in terms of career. It could be a relationship. Maybe you've come to this reading and you've separated from somebody and it was a very painful end, but you recognize that it was a very chaotic time where you felt a little bit out of control with excess energy, excess emotions, and I feel you were meant to learn a lesson about people's disruptive energy, people draining your energy, and learn to erect healthier boundaries. I feel, if you are like out of a relationship and you're looking for new love, I definitely see new love showing up for you at this month. I feel at the end of this month actually is there. It's going to be a very quick paced whirlwind kind of connection, but I do see this person being a soulmate. Okay, someone that you will go on lots of traveling adventures with, someone who really taps into that inner child. You feel very playful with this person, lighthearted. It's the beginning of something really exciting, but it's also the beginning of intimacy. Okay, so I feel you and this new person can be really vulnerable and open with each other there as well. But the Strength card, coming back to this is your card of being bold, being daring, and trying new things. Because if something isn't working for you right now, or you feel like you're not as far as you should be on your path, I want you to be aware that you're exactly where you're meant to be and you are making progress. But at the same time, with the Chariot card and the Ten of Swords here and the Wheel of Fortune, some of you have been holding back from making a new start or holding back from cutting something out. Okay, it may have been difficult to give up. Now, this could be a food substance, perhaps, is making you feel low energy, low vibe, bloated. It could also be a neighborhood that you feel perhaps is not vibing with you anymore. For some of you, it could be that you've been thinking about trading in your car in order to purchase a new one, but you've been putting it off. Or, some of you with the Chariot card and the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, there could be a few car issues this month. I don't like to give that, and maybe you have some placements in Pisces because a similar energy came up there as well. But I feel for some of you, rather than fix a car or get it fixed, some of you may actually trade in your car and get a new one this month is what I'm seeing there. But I get a sense here as well that you're trying to launch something new or try to approach life in a new way, because I'm just feeling this breath of fresh air running through your life in the month of February, and it actually is quite exciting. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling stuck. Okay, it's a card of not being able to see something. So some of you may actually withdraw briefly in order to work out your next steps on something, especially the ninth house is influencing you at the beginning of the month. And that's the great quest for meaning, especially when you're concerned about your destiny, okay, and your true life's mission and purpose path there with so many Wheel of Fortune cards. I feel some of you may withdraw in order to focus on your purpose, focus on the next steps that you need to take. You'll be learning more about who you are and reestablishing your connection with your higher self. Also, you may feel compelled to book a spiritual retreat, a getaway, some sort of pause, whether it's a cultural getaway or something that's a little bit more enriched with nature. Maybe some of you may even enroll on a higher learning course of study there as well. This is a time to see the bigger picture. So dream big and be bold, because you're making your dreams become a reality, but sometimes you just can't see it. When you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay, the universe is orchestrating divine opportunities and people to come into your path to help you to get to where you want to go. So all you need to do is pay close attention to the signs, to your intuition and to your hunches, and roll with it accordingly is what I'm being given there. Now, whenever we have an Eight of Swords, this is also about you releasing yourself from denial, to see things as they truly are, to get clarity. So maybe that's what the Star by the Eye was all about. But this is about you freeing yourself up from illusions in your life. So for example, if there's a person that you've been giving too many opportunities and second chances to, and you've kept telling yourself, you know what, eventually they'll see. that, I'm a really good person and that I'm here to help them. And, if you keep giving this person second chance after millionth chance, then, I feel suddenly you're like, you know what, I'm not giving this person no more chances. I'm done here. I'm out. So I feel this is a month where you really get very sort of sharp and clear about things in order to grow personally and heal. But also I feel this is about getting what you truly deserve as well. You're saying goodbye to illusions that have clouded your vision in some way. For example, these could be like situations that perhaps affect your body. So for example, let me get you a bit more of a better example. I keep hearing my guides in my ear saying better example, better example. So I'm trying to rack my brains now about a better example. Many months ago, I wanted to lose a little bit of weight there, just to tone up, nothing drastic. And, I was telling myself, you know what, I'm doing all the walking, I'm doing all the stuff. And then I was also having a bit of a biscuit. And I was like, you know what, I'm still doing all the exercise though. To some degree, that's like an illusion where it's like you think you're making progress, but also at the same time, you are self-sabotaging your progress by reaching for that biscuit. I'm just talking about myself here, but I'm just giving you an idea of where we may tell ourselves one thing and almost build a little bit of an illusion that we're making some progress, but at the same time, we're self-sabotaging in another area, which keeps us level or at a plateau. Okay, so I feel some of you may be looking at areas in your life that may be affected in that way. So that's coming through there as well. Okay. Now, the Eight of Swords, for me, the energy that's coming out mainly from this is about you trying to manage your stress levels. But also, when we are in a period of pause, it is actually a very instrumental period to our progress, because that's when we can hear our heart, when we have a pause. When we silence the everyday humdrum of noise, I feel it's really important to check in with where you're at. And I feel right now you're just kind of checking in. And when we do that, initially we feel a little bit stuck, but actually you have to celebrate your wins. You have to recognize that you've come so far. You've done so much on your path, and you need to acknowledge that, okay? I feel like your destiny is truly clear for you in February. So if you have been feeling that little lull, because sometimes it does happen, especially after, we come into 2024 with high expectations and resolutions and intentions, and then suddenly we get to the end of January and we feel like, oh, it just feels like the rest of the years and the rest of the months, and how's it going to be different? But I feel it's just a little bit of a lull that you may experience at the beginning of February, and everything starts to pick up pace from there, okay? Now we do have the Chariot card. It's in the resistance position. So some of you, it feels like something is ground to a halt. Okay, but it could also indicate some of you, the goal, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, whether it's a life of comfort, whether it's a life of excitement, whether it's a life of, being your best self with a partner who, walks through this journey of life with you. Whatever it is, I feel, the goal, but getting there is the problem. So, for example, you may be like doing lots of spiritual work, opening yourself up to love and saying, dear universe, I'm ready for my soulmate. And then you're like, where's my soulmate? And it's like, you don't know the path to get there, but you have to trust that the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes. And for some of you, you may meet this new person on some sort of journey or travel. I mean, some of you may even meet a new person on a train, because I'm seeing a train right now. But I feel like there could be some sort of bold or daring approach that you take to do something that's very exciting. 8 is the number of the self, so I feel you're doing something exciting for yourself. And I really want you to be aware that incredible bird of freedom there. I want to say it's a kestrel, actually. That's the energy that I'm getting from this particular card. So I feel there's freedom. You're setting yourself free in some area of your life, and you're gaining traction. The Chariot card, it's like, do not lose sight of your goal. Although you have accomplished some things in your life, you still need to keep moving forward, because we can sometimes fall into a routine of sitting back a little bit. And I don't feel like you're that sort of person, my beautiful Gemini, but I feel like you're being called to move forward or keep putting one foot in front of the other. and you are going to be very successful. This is a card of passion, of drive, intensity, and moving forward. And I definitely get a sense here of energy and also success. This is a card of success, using your willpower. Anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. So I definitely see you reaching your goal. But some of you may have a big decision to make in the middle of this month. And this is about a new start, okay? So this is either you deciding to move to a new neighborhood, new environment. You know, some of you, if you're retired, for example, you may be entering into a different arena or a different pace, a different era where you are really soul searching for where you feel like you belong. So you may even decide to move abroad or, you know, have a holiday home abroad. Some of you may be feeling, you know, in order to do that, it's difficult to distance ties with family members, people that you truly care about, but also you want to live life on your own terms and enjoy your independence. So I feel some of you have some big decisions about location or where you feel like you belong there. But the Chariot card also could see some of you go on a quick trip this month, especially since your 9th house is influencing you, but also the 4th house takes over, and that's all about stability. Okay, it's about your home life, all things domestic. You may be decluttering the home space, making your home your sanctuary, doing a bit of DIY. Also, setting up a business from home is starred during this time as well. Some of you, it's more about your everyday responsibilities, you know, tasks, but also, you know, your connections and ties to your family and your friends. This is a really big philosophical month for you, my beautiful Gemini, and it's about where you feel like you belong and analyzing the journey that you're on and the progress that you're making. You'll be thinking about your past self, also where you are right now, and where you want to take things for the future there as well. You're going to find more security and grounding as well. Now, as I said, some of you are actually going to purchase a new car, okay? But for those of you who are deciding that's not the route for you just yet, there may be an issue with your car that perhaps has come to its final end and you'll have to like repair a part or get a new part for it, okay? Right now, I'm seeing like a tail light, so it may be as simple as a tail light is cracked or not working, or, you know, the bulb was blown or something like that, and you have to repair it. Something new is needed for your car. That's what I'm being given. They're not showing me exactly what, only a tail light, so maybe it's just that, okay? But this Chariot card, it says, make a choice, make a decision, and follow through. So I feel, you know, this is a time for deep thinking, and whatever your hunches are, pay close attention. I feel like you're being drawn to this new start, because it is a new start. You know, the Chariot card is giving you the thumbs up to move forward, and we've got the Ten of Swords. It's in the resistance position, which means new start or recovering from a very difficult situation and moving on from it. Something that either came to a halt or ended for you. I feel like you're moving on from it, and I feel like you're not looking back. So this could be a friendship, a relationship. I mean, it could be also diet related or a promise that you've made to yourself. You're sticking to it. But the Ten of Swords, it highlights, you know, an ending that brings a hopeful beginning, because there's no such thing truly as endings. It's more of a transition into something new or something better. And you have the Fool card there, which represents that. So I feel like you're taking the lessons that you learned, but you're freeing yourself up from patterns that no longer serve you. So this is all about freedom this month. Freedom, independence, you know, originality, you know, really like discovering your uniqueness and allowing yourself to shine. But also I feel you're thankful that you get an opportunity to move on from this situation, and you're responding differently to challenging situations. And I feel things are going to get easier for you from this point onwards, okay? Now, with the Chariot card, the Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune being in the reverse, some of you, it can indicate that you've been feeling like you're stuck in a rut, but I definitely see that you get back on track this month. But also, you may feel that someone, and I'm going to have to pull a card on this, Ten of Swords can indicate you may feel someone betrayed you or stabbed you in the back in some way, or even gave you the wrong information, and it's caused a bit of chaos. So if, for example, you know, swords, they can connect to like business-related affairs like emails, texts, or documents, or correspondence with officials, or people like service providers, things like that. So, for example, if you called up and said, hey, you know, my internet service isn't working, and they go, okay, what you need to do is like press this button and just restart it, and you do that, and then you're like, okay, now it's completely dead, and they're like, oh, did I not mention it was like the button on the left? You're like, well, no, there's like one major button on the right. I can't see the one that's on the left. They're like, yeah, it's on the left on the back, and you're like, well, you didn't tell me that. You know, I feel there's the potential there for someone to give you the wrong information or misinformation in some way. Or a miscommunication. It feels very much like someone is incompetently giving you information that could set you back a little bit. So just watch out for that. I'm just giving you like a broad sense of what it could be. So yeah, that's the energy that I've got coming out there. Now we do have a Two of Swords here, and we got the Hangman. So when you're about to discover like uncharted territory, because the Two of Swords is about using your intuition or your other senses. Notice how you've got two cards of people who are blindfolded. So this is about utilizing other senses, your hunches, your natural intuitive gifts, okay? So this is a month where you really do need to do that, especially if you're making some changes. I would say the cards are pointing to the fact that don't rush into something, you know, that you're about to do that's new, okay? So if you're about to launch something, I mean, with the Fool card, I see that, you know, if you launch it too soon, there could be a pitfall, you know, that could make it difficult for you. So I feel timing is, you know, of the essence. And we got the Hangman here, which is like, see it from a new perspective. But the main energy I'm kind of getting from this is that if you're about to embrace a new start, and you're putting your resume out there, or you're looking at like homes that you want to relocate to, or, you know, you're looking at an alternative choice, I feel it's guiding me to the one, it's almost like the second one. It feels like, wait, there's something better. Like, for example, if you're purchasing a car, right? And it's like, okay, this is my dream car. It's this amount of money. It's quite expensive. Suddenly, you know, you think, I got a hunch. Just hold off, just wait. Listen to the hunch, because about 2-3 weeks later, you're going to see like the same make, the exact same car that you kind of want, but for a better deal, a different price. It feels like you're getting a better opportunity by waiting, okay? And I don't normally say wait, especially since we've got the Eight of Wands after a Five of Cups. It means something isn't for you at first, but something else shows up in its place, and it's much better, okay? But the Two of Swords, as you can see, this figure, the history of this card, she's about to discover these new lands in the background, and she's a little bit cautious because it's new. So whether this is a new job, or whether it's a new neighborhood, or whether it's you going to a vacation of a destination that you've never been to before, you may be excited, but also you're a bit cautious about, you know, new landscapes. And, you know, the seas are calm here and the swords are up. So that's a defensive energy, but there's nothing to worry about. Utilize your senses and everything will be fine. We've also got the Hangman energy, which is a very important card, especially in relation to the cards that you've got, which is about sacrificing something that is not working for you in order to embrace something better, okay? Also, the Hangman is an end to an old way of doing something, releasing the restriction, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're freeing yourself up. It's a liberation month. So if you've been feeling that, you know, you've come to a new neighborhood and perhaps you've been getting out there trying to meet new people or new experiences or new groups, but, you know, you haven't been embraced by anybody just yet, you're going to see a change. Suddenly you're going to connect to the right kind of people, you're going to connect to the right group, and suddenly, you know, you have a thriving social life going on there. So I feel something is changing for you for the positive. Now, with the Ten of Swords, of course, it will go into the upright, which means you're definitely ending something this month. Now, this could be like the end to procrastination or the end to chaotic experiences or relationships. It could be the end of, you know, bad luck, because we got the Wheel of Fortune here. So it really means, you know, you're going to be getting better luck. You're governed by the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny, Fortune's wheel, sends you a lucky break. So it will go into the upright, but if you've been feeling a little bit out of control or chaotic in a situation, I feel things are going to be streamlined, so there's a little bit more balance, okay? Also, in terms of finances, I feel like you're looking at keeping a tight rein on your finances. You're recognizing right now it's easy come, easy go. So you may see like money coming into your account, and of course, all of the bills are being paid, and you're looking at the price of living going up. So I feel like you're really paying paying close attention how easy it is to overspend on basic necessities as well. So some of you are trying to either launch new ideas or follow your heart into launching a new endeavor, an entrepreneurship, or doing something creative that, you can make into a business is what I see there. Because the Page of Cups, when you apply it to a person's energy, this is about being open-hearted. It's about, being positive, but it's also about following your bliss. It's about doing something that you love, that you'll hear really good news on. And suddenly an opportunity comes in for you to thrive in that circumstance. So I definitely see this is about following your bliss, and money will flow from there. So I do see that you will have enough money. I will pull a card on your finances right at the end there. But for those of you who are looking for love, this is a strong potential, especially with the Five of Cups here and the Page of Cups. This means that after, disappointment or difficulties in finding love, I feel like you are going to meet someone new. So if you're single looking for love, I feel like you will not be disappointed. This person, as I said, you may meet this person traveling, or I keep seeing a train regarding that. So it may mean that you have to travel out of your usual neighborhood to an event that you are putting yourself out there to go to, and you meet a new person through that. But it's the start of something really special, a spark of romance between you and someone. And the Five of Cups represents, with the Two Cups there, it represents a soulmate coming in for you there as well. For those of you who are currently talking to somebody at the moment, and you're wondering how is it going at the moment, I feel there's going to be a bit of a lull there, okay? I feel a bit of a pause, a disconnect almost, and it may be because this person is working overseas or traveling, or there's a distance there, or maybe you're traveling, taking a vacation. There's just a little bit of a pause, but I feel you get back on track. Okay, and you'll move forward with that as well. But it may have been difficult to keep it going because of distance. Okay, and but I feel it's going to work out. Eight of Wands tells me you're going to get back on track, and I feel this person's going to send you loads of messages that they've been missing you, and they mean it as well there. Okay, so those of you looking for love, very strong potential this month to find someone new. If you're already in a relationship, I feel you and your partner, I see some big transformations going on in your location. So I feel some of you are thinking of embarking on a new adventure, maybe overseas, but it could be just a new neighborhood there. But it feels like either you or your partner may have like a new job opportunity offered, and it may require locating somewhere else, okay? And for some of you, if you haven't got a partner and you're looking for like a new position, you may find that it comes with a company car, but also you may find that either you have to do extra traveling in it, or there's a branch that is out of town and you have to do some extra traveling towards it, or you're going to be one of those people who are seconded at different branches around the world, okay, or around the country or the district that you live in. So that's coming in there as well. So I feel like you see it as an adventure, an opportunity to experience new environments, new people, and keep the everyday ticking over and really interesting. For those of you who are retired, some of you may have been feeling a little bit stuck. Okay, but I definitely see that you're embarking on a new approach to your neighborhood and to the events that are going on around you. And I feel like there's a lot more fun, a lot more going out there and connecting to things that you're really passionate about. And I feel like you're building your soul tribe there as well. But also you're focusing on your destiny and on, your purpose. I feel like you're developing your spiritual gifts there as well, and really connecting to your sense of self. And I feel you're going to be very productive with projects too. And I feel that's like overall, my beautiful Gemini, you're going to be very productive, very busy this month, especially at the end of the month. Things are going to really pick up pace. It's going to be very much on the go, spinning plates, multitasking. But we do have the Fool card as your outcome energy. So I feel destiny is bringing you an opportunity to change or to take a leap of faith. Okay, when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it tends to be about a risk or a gamble. And of course, the Fool card is also about a risk or a gamble. And I feel Fortune is favoring and supporting this risk that you take. But I feel it's like saying, don't rush into it. Do your due diligence. Make sure that you set yourself up to be able to complete the leap of faith before you do it. Because the Five of Cups can indicate, if you go too fast, you may not meet your expectations, or there may be a disappointment there as well. It says, trust in the new beginning. Approach your dream with a fresh view. Okay, so definitely a lot of potential this month. And some of you, I feel it's more about raising your vibrations and being positive about the time ahead and moving out of a period of analysis paralysis. So sometimes we can have like an idea and we can think too long on it, right? So I feel it's about creating the right balance, not rushing in, but at the same time, not allowing, critical thinking to stifle your path or to like second guess yourself or self-sabotage yourself out of doubt. So I feel like you are silencing your inner critic this month and, completely. I just heard going for gold, and right now they're showing me like a gold disc. I mean, it looks like a coin or a medal of some sort, and interesting. I'm seeing a number 2 on it, okay? So it could be that you're in a partnership, or perhaps you're setting up a second stream of income. Perhaps it's a second stream of income there, or that you win recognition or an award, or it could represent victory, or maybe it's like you're going for gold. You're not going to stop until you're the best at what you do, and you're going to win it. So, I mean, it could also represent an anniversary there as well. A second anniversary at something that you may celebrate. Yeah, I'm just getting an energy of acknowledgement, okay? So for some of you, you may be acknowledged in your working environment or even in your community to take on a new responsibility or elevate in some way. And as I said, I'll do like a financial shuffle in a moment, because the majority of your energy is more focused on your destiny, okay? And some of you may have been feeling a little bit uncertain because of the crazy world that we're living in right now. And you're trying to silence your fears and trying to just get busy doing stuff on a more local level. We do have the 5 of Cups there, so I'm just going to pull a card on that. 5 of Cups, some of you, not all of you, I'm just sending you a huge hug out there. If some of you have been going through a grieving period, or you've been healing from a sadness or a difficulty or a loss, I feel that you're going to get lots of signs, especially if you've been going through a grieving process, and someone has transitioned and you feel it was like, I'm just getting energy of like it wasn't their time, or you feel it wasn't their time, okay? I'm being given an image. One moment, please. Okay, this is so random. This is so random. I can't believe it. It's probably not going to resonate with many people, but it looks like a game show, okay? And it's like there's an arrow, and then there's a question, and there's like hotspot type thing. And, I want to say it's called Strike It Lucky, is what I'm being given. So I feel like either you and this person used to enjoy this game show, or I feel like you're going to see arrows as signs and symbols of direction, and that you're being guided and protected by this person. But also it's like they hear your questions. They hear, I feel like they're going to give you signs for the questions that you've been asking. And I feel like they're helping you avoid like hot spots. Or it could even be like there may be like a hot spot in your house, and that is an indication of when they're around. Normally when spirit arrives, it goes quite cold, actually, but there could be like a hot spot, or it could be, maybe a particular place where you're going to feel their presence a little bit more. But I feel arrows in particular are your signs. Okay, so you can see arrows a lot. You may even see like a little brooch on the floor of an arrow, or, something painted on the sidewalk that is an arrow. These are on your path on purpose. Okay, it could even be that you walk down the sidewalk and see someone who's got arrows tattooed on them, or maybe this person did. So arrows are important. And I see so much love from this person. But I'm not sure why I'm being given that game show. I mean, it's called Strike It Lucky, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. So I feel that perhaps they're indicating some sort of win, or they're helping you win at something. And, I feel it's more than just luck. I feel this is also you accomplishing something because you've worked really hard for it. You're really gifted and talented at it. And I feel like you're going to celebrate some sort of win. But I feel like they see all the disappointments, and they want you to be aware that something better is coming in. Okay, so I'm sending you a huge hug out there, and with respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy. But the majority energy for everybody else, my beautiful Gemini, the Five of Cups is like shortages or difficulties, or, regretting something that didn't go your way. Or even some of you may regret that you didn't leave something sooner, because you're going to have such a great time when you leave something that has been feeling like it's stifling. For some of you, it could be that you've hit a glass ceiling in a career and you feel like there's no room for maneuver and it's time for you to leave. Others, it's going to be that a relationship has run its course, and you're taking the inner strength to say, I can't do this anymore. I have to really look at my happiness in life and put myself on the path that I've always wanted to be on. And for others, it could be like a relation to a food substance, or an environment in some way, or an exercise routine. But the Five of Cups indicates something is being ushered in that is better, but you're having the courage to walk away from something that's no longer working for you, okay? Also, this is about you being fearless, okay? Liberating yourself from a very stuck situation and being in the ebb and flow of emotions, that when you're walking away from something that has been a constant in your life for quite some time, it can feel daunting. But once you release yourself from a pattern or a restriction, that freedom, there's nothing like it. And, I feel like you're going to fly. Look at that. Eight of Wands is like you moving on. Things are going to pick up pace. The Eight of Wands actually means transformative energy, things gathering momentum, being on an adventurous discovery that is going to energize you, whether this is through a new role or a new position or a new environment, new neighborhood, or a new food substance. Whatever it is, I feel like you are highly energized at the end of the month, and you have got a lot of determination, and you're exploring new territories. I feel like you're really eager to set yourself free, and will celebrate this swift change that is going to occur there. For some of you, it is literally a holiday or a vacation. You've been working really hard, and now is the time to take that trip, and you are so stoked for it and you can't wait, and you're going to have a great time. There may be some delays, okay, but I feel like it won't end your travel plans. I feel, it'll cause chaos, but I feel, yeah, you'll get there. You will get there, so don't worry, and you'll have a great time. But also the Eight of Wands is a card of managing stress levels, moving forward. Energy is moving fast, including money. So it's a time to be organized and get ready for the pace, and your future self will thank you for it. So perhaps this little pause, there's two eights either side. Perhaps this little pause is important because you need to sort of safeguard your energy and, be very conservative with it so that you can channel it into the right things. And overthinking or self-sabotage is not an energy process that deserves your vibration. So I feel you're channeling all that pent-up energy into experiences and things that will change your life in the positive. Now, let me just pull a card on your finances there for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? The Devil card. Okay, things that you're bonded to that are negative or not good for you, things that cause you stress or anxiety. I definitely see that you're trying to manage those this month. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, because we do have the Devil card there, it could also mean someone who is a Capricorn, perhaps, or has Capricorn placements, someone who has said something really towards you, or someone who has wounded you there, and it plays on your mind. I feel like you're going to get over this, and you're going to sort of detach yourself from this, because we got the King of Swords there, which is Gemini energy. That's you. So that's about being a little bit more detached from a situation and being a little bit more organized and just like more abrupt with a person who is either pushing your buttons or is creating this. I feel like there's a lot on your mind, really, that you're trying to sort through at the moment. The Devil card, it's not an evil card. We all experience it on the journey of life. And the Devil card is there. It's present to identify areas where we feel stuck. Okay? Areas where we've built an illusion that we need to eradicate. Even, illusions that we built of our own, like complacency, procrastination, oh, I don't have the energy, or I don't have the time, I can't do this, all the can'ts. I feel like you're turning it around and saying, I can do it. Nine of Swords, better sleep quality, most important, but also silencing that inner critic. Sometimes perfectionism as well, when we want things to be right, sometimes we're like, everything's not right now, I can't do it. But actually, is that an excuse to say, I'm scared, I don't know if it's going to go really well, but actually I see that you are going to fly. I see that it is going to go well. Now, the Three of Swords can also indicate some of you, especially if you're looking for love, some of you are shy. It can indicate that something impedes your path and it's really difficult to get over. But with the King of Swords, it tells me you're going to get on top of this. It means that you're really going to look at it, you're going to analyze it, and then you're going to take action on it, and you're going to free yourself up from it, okay? So I definitely see that, you're looking at areas of your life where you feel stuck this month, and I feel like you're actually clearing space in order to find a direct path. And of course, we've got a Two of Cups. Now, altogether, this could be that some of you are looking at toxic relationships from the past that knocked your confidence, that made you feel very protective of your heart, that made you feel really stuck and couldn't trust love. But I feel like you're going to be logical about it and try and cut ties to the past and recognize that that past experience, whilst it was very important to you and it shaped who you are, it no longer has power over your future happiness, and that there is new love coming in, and it is a soulmate that's coming in as well, and you will be loved in the way that you deserve to be loved. So I feel some of you, if you're wrestling with that in your mind, especially if you feel that, you're getting older, you're certainly wiser, and you have higher boundaries now, and past experiences are not going to repeat. Okay, I feel there's an energy here of not repeating negative cycles. That's all come to an end for you. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, because the King there can be like boss energy. Some of you are thinking about being a little bit more international, thinking about relocating, maybe even moving abroad. And, with the Devil card and the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords, you can be like, it's really difficult. And there's a lot of rules and regulations and policies that are hard to follow and to get clear on. And it feels so overwhelming, you feel a bit stuck. But ultimately, if, you seek the right advice, or, you override that fear, you can get the right opportunity for you, because the Two of Cups is to sort of manifest what your heart desires, to attract what you truly deserve at this time. And some of you may even reach out to a person who is in a position of authority to help you with this and can share the load by guiding you through it. So I feel the energy of the cards is whatever it is you're worrying about, I feel, a problem shared is helping you to release the pressure in some way, and you can soundboard off people around you who really care about you to help you find a way. Okay, so I definitely see that there are allies that you have and people who are willing to support you in anything that you've been worrying about. But ultimately, I see that there is nothing to worry about, because the universe is sending you an extra resource to help you this month. And I feel there's two like lucky breaks. You've got two Wheel of Fortunes, and I feel, with the Eight of Wands there, I feel this is a time where you elevate and thrive. And the universe is supporting some sort of launch, whether it's a launch of a business or a launch of a new idea or a different lifestyle, whatever it is, because you have a lot of eights here. 8 is the number of the Strength card, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands. This is all about you this month. You're thinking about your path, and I feel like you're thinking about your personal development and growth as well. Now I'm just going to finally get some cards for you. We have Unlikely Source and Door to Power. So it says here, wonderful things can happen in everything around you, even from some of the most unexpected sources. Unexpected, unconsidered. Okay, so as I said, when you get a Wheel of Fortune, that's expect the unexpected. That is sudden changes of fortune or sudden opportunities that work in your favor. And it may come from, as it says there, an unexpected resource, an unexpected person as well there. And we also have the Door to Power. So I just heard Spark of Brilliance. Spark of Brilliance. I mean, that may be a book title, maybe just an indication that you're going to have like an incredible idea, Spark of brilliance. I'll just leave it like that because it's so random. It just came in there. But anyway, it says, your courage to stand up for what you believe in will bring great blessings into your life. Ruling, power, respect, and wealth. So there is definitely like some indication that you're increasing your finances. I didn't really get an answer to that, so I think I should definitely go back to that just to check there for you. Anything more? Oh, I just got told not that deck. Okay, so let's go to this one. And by they, I mean my guides. My guides give me an indication of what they want me to do next to guide the reading. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know about their finances? Okay, right now you may feel a little bit fed up with your finances, but there is definitely an extra source of income coming in. When you put, money energy to a Four of Cups, it basically says don't ignore your problems. They'll get worse. You need to deal with them now. But also the universe is stepping in to deliver something that's really going to make your heart sing. So I definitely see that, there's a surprise gift from the universe. You may be feeling a little bit unfulfilled with your money situation right now. Five of Pentacles. That's basically, your prayers are going to be answered when it comes to your finances. You can't see how that's going to happen. Let's go one more. Can you show me the finances, how it's going to increase? Because I feel increased energy. Judgment. Okay, so I feel like an increase in your finances is related to your personal development path. I feel like you're trying to do something bold and daring. Maybe it's a second stream of income. Maybe it's even because of your fourth house. Some of you may decide to sell things that you've outgrown in your home space, and you'll bring in some extra finances there. But the Judgment card is like you're leaving your old life behind. So I feel there is an increase in finances coming in. But right now you feel very uncertain about this. I feel it's connected to like a new start or something new going on in your life. But you're being called to do something, and they are asking you to use your intuition to launch it or to start it. Because the Judgment card literally means you understand what you need to do. You're being called forward to take that direction. And I feel this will help you increase your finances. But I do see an increase there because I feel like your prayers are being answered. But right now, I feel intuitively there may even be a hidden gift or talent that you have that you haven't fully explored. And maybe in the month of February, you're going to do that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, we've only got one there. We have angels watching over me. It says it on both sides, okay? So you are being guided. I mean, the fact that you got Wheel of Fortune twice and this trinket, it really tells me that destiny is stepping in to help you in a situation, to turn things around for the positive. There are going to be some new starts here for you, but embrace them because they actually hold new opportunities, okay? So I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It was very complex. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Also, this is so random. I was just given like this energy of interest rates remain the same. I mean, I'm going to have to check that out to see if that actually, well, it's probably going to be different everywhere in the world. But I just heard like interest rates remain the same. So either some of you are looking into something like your mortgage or repayment plans, and you're seeing how things are affected by interest rates. Maybe you're going to find that they stay the same, which gives you a bit of a relief for a time being. So yeah, please take it as it resonates. I'm going to go look that up myself after this reading and see, but that's what I just heard. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.